Having your packing station set up properly is going to make your packers and shippers way more efficient. So we're in a warehouse today. We're going to show you our packing station setup, and you can take the pieces you like from it and implement them in your own warehouse. Or if you like the whole setup, you can take the whole thing by itself as well. And so we're just going to start at the beginning over here on the left. This is our picking cart. I'm going to roll it on the screen. As you can see, I have a couple orders picked and ready to ship, and we're going to go over the whole picking or the whole packing and shipping process in a minute, but we're going to show you the pieces of this setup first. So you have your totes here on your cart. This just came from the picker. And then behind me here, we have our cart of boxes. So we have different size boxes organized differently. So these have different separators here. And then as you come down, there's fewer separators on the bigger boxes. But over time, your packers will learn exactly where each box is. Each of them say the size, so it's pretty easy to figure out what you need to pack. I'm going to move over here so you can see our polys here as well. These are probably our most used packaging just based off of the products that we ship. But we have polys going from largest to smallest over here. And then right underneath it, this is one of my favorite devices we have here at the packing station. So this is a Stream Deck. And all this is a bunch of little programmable buttons. So you can program them to say what you want on there. So there are little screens on here. We have a bunch of boxes set up, and then a few of the actions set up as well. And when you click them, you program them to do certain actions in Warehance. So in our case, it's going to be selecting certain boxes and printing labels and completing the order. So that's what we use that for. And again, I'll show you this when we go over the packing and shipping. So as you come further left, we have our label printer. We use ArcScans, but there's a lot of different label printers you can use. And then we have our actual computer here. So we have the monitor and then our mouse and keyboard. And we like to make sure that our shippers don't touch these, or at least touch them as the least amount possible. And so we have a barcode scanner here as well. So between the barcode scanner and the Stream Deck, the keyboard and mouse are rarely used. But again, you're going to need them here. And as you move further to the left, we have our scale. So this is a fancier scale by our standards in the warehouse. We have a lot of maybe lower quality scales. Totally fine. You can use whatever quality scale, but our scales connect to Warehance again, so we can just immediately put in the weight. It'll do it automatically, but this is one of our fancier scales that we like to have. And you move further over to the left here, we have our tape machine. So this is our wet tape machine. These are pretty common in warehouses. This is one of my favorite as well. If you don't already have one, I would look into it if you pack a lot of cardboard boxes. But as you can see here, we have different numbers, and this is going to indicate the length of tape it's going to print out, and I'll show you. I'll go ahead and press 6 here, and it's going to print out a 6-inch piece of tape, and you can just go ahead and plop it right on. And since it's a wet tape machine, once it dries, then it's going to be sticky, and it's going to close it up real nice. And it actually will be sticky pretty much as soon as you put it on the box. So this is super helpful, saves a lot of time of messing with tape and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this away back here. We have a recycling bin here as well to throw away trash from labels, misprinted tape, and whatever else ends up needing to get thrown away here. And then the last piece that we have is some packaging material here. So it's just some paper that we use to fill in boxes when maybe we have extra space and we need to fill that in. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packing process. So I'm going to go ahead and move the camera, and then you'll get a better view of the screen here, and we'll go ahead and ship a few orders. All right, so we are at this packing station. Hopefully you can see the computer now. We've adjusted the camera. So we're logged into Warehance here, and we're going to go ahead and go through packing and shipping an order. So I'm going to go to the left-hand side menu, go to Start Shipping. And as you can see, we have a list of orders and totes. So these are orders that are picked into the totes and ready to ship. So I have a cart here of items to pack, and you can't see the cart. I can't bring it into frame. It's too big. So I'm just going to grab a tote off of there and show it to you here. So usually I keep this on the cart, but I'm going to hold it when I scan it. So I'm going to go ahead and scan the tote barcode, and it's going to bring up the order. So I've got some flyers, and then I've got a couple gummies here. And I'm going to put that tote back. And so here's the products that I have. And then in Warehance, you'll see a list of the items that are supposed to be in this tote. And I'm going to go ahead and confirm that these are all here. I'm going to press Pack All. You can also scan the barcodes of the items, and it will pack it. And I'm going to select a box. So as I mentioned before with this Stream Deck, we have our boxes and our poly mailers set up on here. So I can just press the poly 7x10x2, which is what I'm going to ship in. And then my weight is actually already in Warehance in the products and the polys. So it adds it up for me. I don't have to do any weighing, and we'll keep it nice and simple. Now I'm going to select my poly from the list, or from the polys I have over here. So I'm going to grab this, put it on the table, and then I'm going to go ahead and print the label and invoice, because we're going to do invoices as well. And I'm going to put my hand over this label printer so that I can cover the address of the customer just for their privacy. And then once this prints out, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the poly, and I'll cut to that part again so you can't see the customer's address, and then we'll go ahead and finish packing the order. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've put the label on the other side of this poly, and I've put the packing slip that we want to send them on the inside. And again, those both have the address of the customer, so didn't want to include that in the video. But I now have my items, and I'm going to place them in the poly, and I'm going to place them in there with my inserts as well. These ones barely fit in here. And there we go. So then I'm going to go ahead and close up the package. And this one's ready to go. So I can confirm this one's all good. So I'm going to put this off to the side, put it in my my carrier's pallet to go out and get picked up tomorrow. And then now I've finished shipping this. I've confirmed it's all good. I'm going to press the complete order, and this will write the tracking back to the marketplaces, notify them that the order shipped, and also those marketplaces are then going to notify the customer that the order has shipped and is on its way. So there's a lot of different ways you can set up your packing stations in your warehouse. We've gone over one that we use today, but depending on your warehouse processes, you're going to change a few things. It might look completely different, but there's a few principles that you're going to want to keep in mind when you set it up and design the way that you want your packing station set up. So the first is going to be, make sure you have your packaging materials nearby, at least the most common ones that you use. So your boxes, your polys, and your stuffing, or the packaging material that goes inside the boxes, whatever it is that you use at your warehouse, make sure that you have it right there so your shippers don't have to walk across the warehouse. The other thing is that you're going to want to make sure all your hardware that you use is both supported by your WMS, but also readily available and accessible. So that's going to be your scales, it's going to be your printers, and if you use something like a tape machine or the stream decks, making sure that they have space on the table and are easy to get to. One thing that's really important that a lot of people don't consider is trying to keep your shippers from using the keyboard and the mouse as much as possible. It reduces human errors, it'll speed you up, and so if you can keep them from using the keyboard and mouse and instead use something like a stream deck like we use, or use scanners, you can use barcode scanners to do the same actions as the stream deck as well. That will, again, improve your efficiency, reduce errors, which is what we're all about in the warehouse. Make sure that your WMS supports everything you do. For us, we use Warehance. If you want a free trial, or if you want to request a demo, go ahead and to the link in the description below, and we can get you going on that.